In this episode, we recap our second series of Fun with VDubs at Seward Speed Shop. We'll also let you in on the excitement we have planned for Series 3. So, the car is essentially done. The series is over. How do you guys feel about that?
I've been crying for the last month.
Have you?
Yeah, since it was done.
Usually when a project is done, I get a little depressed because, I mean, where do you go from there? But since we have another project.
Another stupid idea.
That's another stupid idea that we're going to immediately fall into. I'm kind of happy this one's done.
Yeah, it is good to have it done.
Yeah.
But I'm about the build. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the drive.
Yeah.
One drive and I'm good.
Yep. Just to see how it is and then move on to something else.
Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm bored now. So.
I agree to a point.
Yeah.
I think you guys were finished with this before it was even done because you have that next project you're thinking about.
Yeah, we talked more about the next project than we did this in the last couple of months.
Yeah, no question.
Which that's going to come up soon. You're not going to want to miss that.
No,
we'll give you a sneak preview towards the end of this video.
Obviously, the main focus of the series was to get the turbo engine you guys built in the first series into a car. How do you think that went?
Well, like we said, there's no sense in building an engine if it doesn't eventually get in the car.
Yep.
So we spent a lot of time in our first series on the dyno trying to figure out how to make power out of 1600 until we decided we're just going to have to shove fuel and air into
more
it.
Fuel, more air.
Yeah, so that's how we ended up with that. But yeah, there was some challenges.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you think was the biggest challenge to make it work and drive properly?
Throttle cables.
What about you?
We struggled with the throttle cable. I'm going to go back a little bit further and say the carburetor.
Yeah.
Because the original
neither of each were ideal,
to
say the least.
No, yeah, we were a little apprehensive about the Weber Progressive.
Yeah.
But it's actually working really good.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, it really does work well if you spend the time to get them right.
Yep.
They really are good. But man, do they have a bad reputation.
They do. They do. I think the only real good way to do it is with air fuel.
You have to have the air fuel, and you have to have it on a dyno.
So where you can tell where it's coming in, where it's faulting.
Yeah. So
you can get the jetting just right.
Yeah.
I think most people will just say it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still not right because they don't know exactly what jets to throw in there.
Yep.
But with the dyno, we got it dialed in pretty sweet.
I mean, right off the hit into the car, we were not.
Yes.
Well, we haven't changed any jets.
Yeah.
Usually from the dyno to actual driving, there's usually a few idle jet changes, possibly a little bit of a main jet change, just because the dyno room is controlled, this environment's not. So there's always a tweak, but it's dead on.
It's pretty much dead on the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm calling good enough.
Exactly.
For now.
Exactly.
With the turbo unit on top and exhaust pipes going every which way, the engine is definitely different from stock. How well did it physically go in?
Well, after we took it half apart, it went in.
It went in good.
Yeah, it had to take off the exhaust.
Yeah.
But
that's really the only thing. I mean, the main charge pipe and the dump. Mm-hmm. It's a stock engine at that point. And I mean, we had that thing installed in...
Yeah, it didn't take long.
No.
It was actually in. We had a little trouble getting it back.
Finishing, yeah.
What about those final tins?
The final tins, those were I'm glad you left those for me to do.
There's a reason I left those for you.
They were a huge pain in the ass. There was just a couple of little tins I had to put in after everything was said and done. And
this engine actually has, it's got a seal, an engine seal,
it's
full breastplate. It's got all of the correct tins. Mm-hmm. But in order to get the tins around all the exhaust piping, they're cut and trimmed and there's
they're trimmed to fit.
The breastplate is 3 or 4 pieces. I think we made it 3 pieces.
3 pieces, I think.
But you can only get to 1 piece, so the other 2 pieces.
And there's only one way to get it in there. And I spent probably a good hour and a half trying to figure out what that
Figuring
one good
out
way.
the puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's in. I'm not taking it apart.
No.
They say
Never know.
puzzles are good for old people.
Keeps my mind working. Yeah, well, not this kind of puzzle, because that just leads me to drinking beer,
Using hammers and drinking beer.
and that destroys whatever brain cells that I stimulated.
Adam, you developed and put together this turbo system. How do you feel it's working out? And what would you do differently next time?
I don't think there would be many changes. The only thing possibly is to tighten things up. We went from an alternator to a generator. Now we're way high. You know, I mean, we have enough room to go down 1.5 inches. So if I would have designed all of this around a generator instead of the alternator,
Then we
would have probably been able to get behind no standoffs whatsoever.
Yep.
I think it would have actually fit in a stock engine compartment
With the deck lid
fully closed.
I bet you it would too.
But I think it would probably generate too much heat.
Yep.
I still think it wouldn't be ideal.
There's a lot of heat coming off of these pipes.
Yes.
A lot, even with the wrap.
Even with the wrap, there's probably a ton.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets hot.
Yeah.
But how about, would you consider a slightly larger turbo? Would that help? Or would that just be overkill?
I think it's overkill for the. I think the turbo kit is actually I think all the components are pretty well
Balanced.
fitted and suited for a 1600. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're.
It's still just a 1600.
It's true. It's a little. It's a itty
It's a
bitty.
little guy.
It's itty
you
bitty.
know?
Yeah.
It's a little guy, and we're still on little boost too. So. Yeah.
In this series, much of the work was done by you, Mark, in our garage. Why?
Probably the biggest reason. There are two reasons. One is to let Adam catch up on his freaking work here, because the cars were backing up. You know, after the first series that we spent a lot of time on, cars were backing up. So, and I didn't want the car to take up space here, because I mean, as big a shop as it is, I mean, it's a working shop.
It's always full. Yeah.
It's always full.
Yeah.
And number two, I needed to learn on my own how these things worked.
Yeah.
You know, I had to take apart the suspension and all that, and just to see how it worked. I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
You mentioned once when you were driving that you felt a considerable amount of vibration. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, there is some vibration, and that is from the harder engine mounts, which we had to have to because the soft mounts would have tore apart, I think, over time.
Yeah, over time they will, yeah.
Yeah, so we had to have the harder engine mounts. And the Kafer bar is with everything stiffer back there, the Kafer bar is transmitting some of that engine vibration to the body. But I'm okay with it. I think it just adds another touch to the visceral feeling of driving a car like this. Just another thing.
Yeah, it's just part of the nature of the beast.
Yeah, part of having a radical ass car.
Yeah.
Walk us through what it's like to drive this thing.
It's a cold starter. There's no choke on it, and I think even with a choke, I think it would be kind of a bear at cold start. So you have to pump it twice, hope it fires. If it doesn't, pump it one more time, and usually that's it. But you have to keep your foot on it as it starts. You have to have those throttle plates open a little bit, I noticed, to get some fuel, get everything circulating in there. After it's warmed up, driving it takes off from a dead stop just fine. It drives, like we were talking about earlier off camera, it putzing around town 25, 30, 35 miles an hour. It runs and drives in the lower RPMs just like a 50 horse motor, 50, 60 horse motor. Runs just like that. It accelerates fine, but once the boost comes in around 3,500 and it hits hard at $4,000. And if you have your foot in it and you get up to those RPMs, then like in first gear, you go from 4,000 RPM to 5,500 in 1 second.
Yeah.
It's just boom, it's up there. And then you grab second, spin the tires.
Yep.
Because the RPMs are still up there, and then it goes from 4 to 5.5 in like a second and a half, 2 seconds. And I mean, you're really banging the gears once that boost activates, and you're up in the RPMs. Other than that, going down the road, it drives great at 55, 60 miles an hour. There's a little bit of a stutter because it doesn't like to maintain that RPM. Around 2,800 or 2,600, it doesn't particularly like it. It puts up with it, but it's not its favorite RPM.
Yeah.
It loves to rev up.
Yeah.
It kisses you back when you put your foot in it. But yeah, it other than that, rides and drives and brakes just like an old Volkswagen.
What's the
good
next
shocks.
What's the next step for the Green Sleeper?
For now, just driving the hell out of it.
Just burn the tires
Yeah,
off.
burn these. Yeah, burn these old.
Burn a
tires.
set of 165s off. And
And maybe go bigger. Who knows?
Maybe.
I would like to revisit it months from now and possibly do something with the heads. I would like to, because
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the option to go bigger. Mm-hmm. We have big cam, small rockers.
Yeah.
And this is all designed around 1.4 rockers. And we couldn't get the 1.4s to work because of the amount of lift that we had.
Yeah, it was bottoming out on the valve guides.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, big valves, port them out, get the 1.4s, and just, as long as the heads are off, do everything to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go all out on them and see what that does. I think we can get up to, I bet you 190 horse with the boost.
I think.
If we
And keep the boost at the 12 pounds?
I don't think we'd make 190 if we kept it at 12. I think we could get it up to 180.
I think we could. I think pretty easily it would make 180.
Yeah, now if we increase the boost to 15, 16, I bet you we're up at 190. We'll find out.
We will find out. We have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that it's in our heads, we have to find out.
Exactly. No, that's all I'm thinking about.
I thought maybe you'd sell it and use
Oh,
the
yeah.
money towards the next project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll sell it. We'll definitely
It'll
sell
go
it.
down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll play with it for a while, then we'll sell it because the next project, we need money for that. Speaking of which, we do have a Patreon page if you're interested. All the proceeds, all the money we get from that goes towards buying parts for the next build. None of it goes into our pockets. I'll put a link down below.
What are your plans for the next series, and how are you going to pull this one off?
We have a plan.
We have a plan.
We have a lot of details
Will
in our
it top
plan.
this one?
Oh,
Dude, this one will look like a cream puff compared to the next one. It's going to take a lot of fabrication,
Yeah.
and a lot of cutting and welding.
It's definitely a version of a Volkswagen that has never been built.
Yeah.
I have never in my entire life, and I've been at every show from East Coast to West Coast. Maybe we're missing it. Maybe it's in somebody's backyard because it was a terrible idea, and we know that it's a terrible idea.
Well, we know it's a terrible idea.
So maybe they cashed out on it, but somebody has probably attempted it, but I've never seen it completed, done,
I have
and on the
never
road.
either, because I
And
researched
we
it.
Google searched it.
We Google searched
and it
it.
does not pop up on
No,
Google.
not
So,
at
I
all.
mean, if you can't find a version on the internet,
Yeah.
I don't know that it's
Yeah,
ever
if
been
you
attempted.
go Google and hit images in it, and something even vaguely,
But did you AI image it?
not yet. No.
We're afraid to.
The only ones that I ever found that were similar to what we're thinking about had a V8 in the front.
Yep.
They would put an LS motor in the front.
Yep.
That's the only thing. But ours is going to be 100% Volkswagen.
VW, 100%.
100%. And I'm going to give you a little glimpse into what it's going to look like using a 124 model. Here's a few pictures of it. We have a body. We have a chassis. The body is I think it's a 72 body. Chassis, I don't know what it is.
Who
It's
cares?
an IRS ball joint chassis. Other than that, who cares? I've got the wheels and tires.
That's huge.
Yeah, wheels and tires. The back tires are 12 inches wide. Awesome.
You're going to have that for where we're going.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that we could get the bulk of everything done by February, end of February.
I think so.
And then it'll be details. And then we'll have to figure out what engine we put in it. The only criteria I have now is cut holes in the deck lid for things to pop out,
Correct.
because they won't fit
Correct.
underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my idea is it's not going to fit. So
Yeah,
there will be
yeah.
lots of cutting.
It's gonna be,
Yeah, there's going to have to be a lot of cutting.
yeah, it's gonna be kind of silly, but it's gonna be legit. It'll look silly. People think it's a joke, but it's gonna be legit.
Yes, it will actually function.
And we'll be able to drive this on the street. It's totally.
I think
street
it's
legal.
going to be the most terrifying thing you've ever attempted to drive on the street.
Probably.
I really do.
I think
I
so.
really think it's going to be terrifying.
Yeah, we'll just have to make sure the welds are good.
Right.
I wanted to learn to weld until you guys told me about the little weld balls in your shoes and
And down your
burns
shirt.
down your shirt.
And you can't stop. You just have to let it burn because you cannot stop that
Can't
bead.
stop.
Nope.
Can't stop. Suck it up.
So you're gonna be the welder.
Yep.
I'll grind and
Oh.
cut.
I'll just watch. That sounds like fun. I'll supervise.
Yeah,
It
and we're,
really is going to be cool. It's going to be ridiculous, 100% ridiculous, there's no question. But I think the end result is going to really be cool.
yes.
The premise of it sounds ridiculous. The initial start of it will seem ridiculous.
Yes.
The finished product all coming together, I really think is going to be awesome.
I do too. It's
I really think it's going to be awesome.
I think it's gonna shake up the Volkswagen world a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it will definitely be something different at a show.
Yes, and we have a plan to take it to a major show next year. We may drive it, we may trailer it, it all depends.
We may partial,
Yeah.
drive it some way.
Yeah,
We're going to have to shake down a few miles here and see how terrifying it is, and that will determine.
yeah, maybe
if
take it
we're-
out on the interstate for a couple miles.
Oh my gosh.
Have Mary driving behind us in the 4Runner.
I just got visions of ripping through like the mountains of Colorado.
Oh,
in this thing.
good Lord, up through a pass?
Oh my gosh.
Going down.
Oh my gosh.
Going down would not be fun.
I'm only driving behind
Well, the car
if,
would sit level on your way down.
True.
if chunks don't fly
So
off.
the car would be going down a 7% grade
And
and
going,
sit level.
yeah, and going up, you'd be able to see the road, at least.
No, going up, you're going to see the sky. Going up the pass, you're just going to be looking straight at the sky. You're not even going to see where the road
Oh,
is.
yes.
You're just going to be hoping.
Yes.
And then coming down,
You have to look out the window and just follow the
just
yellow
follow
line.
the yellow line. Yeah.
Oh, boy, you
The
are
navigator
painting
will
a
have to
picture.
like sit way up in the windshield and be like, left.
Right, you're in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be awesome though. I
That
mean,
should be totally awesome.
What
yeah.
a vision.
I don't see how anything could possibly go wrong with this one.
No, we got it all thought out, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We
I
got
mean,
a plan. We got a plan.
Yeah, it's all about planning.
It's all up here. You got any more questions for us?
No.
No more questions?
No, I have
well,
no
that's
questions.
a wrap for this series, guys.
Good times.
Yeah, so it'll be probably a month or so, maybe 2 months before we show you the start of the third series. We'll have other stuff up for you to watch in the meantime. But thanks for sticking with us, and we hope
Appreciate
you come
it.
back for the next series. It's gonna top this one big time. And thanks for watching.
If you like this video, consider subscribing.
Please do that, and like it, and please consider going on to our Patreon page. We need parts.
This stuff's getting expensive, man.
This
We're
is
going to start holding up cardboard signs pretty soon.
at the corner, yeah, because we have no sponsors, and it's all out of pocket.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you could help, we'd really appreciate that.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks much.